Have you ever felt so lonely that you've actually thought about joining a cult? Bitch, the answer better be no. Today I've decided to be in the swamp with Shrek.
Oh, Lord.
I gotta go. So this story is coming from a girl named Paloma, and she said this happened to her when she was around 15 or 16 years old. She explains how her family was super religious and she just felt a disconnect from them. Because of this, she said that she started making a lot of friends at school, but it wasn't so much the popular kids, it was with the kids who also looked like they were loners and dressed in all black. She wanted to make friends with people who were the complete opposite of her family. These people had tattoos, had like devil symbols and things like that, and she knew that her family would be like repulsed if they ever saw them. Although these people may appear to be bad or whatever, she said that they were all really good friends that she made, except for one particular person which she regrets meeting. Before she tells us what's about to happen, she just wants to explain that she knows what she did was really stupid. She knows that she did it because she was really lonely and she didn't want her new friends to reject her. So just keep that in mind. Out of all the friends that she made, there was this one guy who you would think would be really popular. He was good looking. He knew how to talk to people. He wasn't like an introvert. So she never understood why he was a loner, because she said that he would be charming. All the girls would look at him, but he wasn't so much part of that popular kid group. He knew a lot about like dark stuff and he almost gave the vibes of like cult leader. That's how charming he was, that she felt like if he were to start a cult, people would definitely join. One day he comes up to the group and he starts talking like very vague about something, and he starts explaining to them that he feels like some of them are ready to go to the next level, and that in his opinion only 3 of them would be ready. The 3 people that were ready to go to the next level was Paloma and 2 other friends in that group. Again, Paloma was confused because he wasn't necessarily saying what they were ready for, like what he was talking about, so they were all just listening in, but he was never saying like a specific thing. She asked him like, what are you talking about? What are we ready for? And that's when he says that he is a part of a group that's very secretive, that's very private. He explains that he can't give any more details, but that he wanted to invite those 3 people to be a part of it. Somehow they all agreed to go, and it was going to be on the weekend because they were going to have to go to this ranch, and he explains to them that there is going to be this initiation ritual. If I would have heard initiation ritual, I would have been gone. What do you mean? So this guy ends up telling them, before we get there, I just need you guys to do 3 things. 1, do not speak, don't say anything. 2, let me be your guide and let me transition you into this group. And 3, I need you guys to trust me 100% without questioning anything that I tell you. What? Like, bitch, I even question my mom. Like, what makes you think I'm not gonna question you? He then adds, as soon as you guys join this group, your life is gonna change completely. She says that when they get to this ranch, it's almost like if this ranch is decorated for a scary movie. There were torches, there was people who were all in black robes where you couldn't see their faces. She says that she thought that maybe this was a joke, like maybe he was playing this elaborate prank to see how far they would go, that way he can really let them into the group. She admits that everything just looked very ridiculous, like she just thought it was funny, like she thought it was a prank, it was a joke. There was a whole bunch of bones and like fake blood and pictures of people who looked like they were being tortured. There was just a lot of things, like too many, like it just looked like they really wanted to scare you. So she says that he comes up to the 3 of them and says, okay, don't forget what I told you, don't talk, follow what I'm telling you to do, and just trust me 100%. She said that she nodded her head like, okay, yeah, sure. And at that point, they covered their eyes with like a band thing, and they even covered their heads with like a sack. After being covered with her eyes and the sack over her face, she said that this guy comes up to her and whispers in her ear, remember, you need to trust me and just do everything they tell you to do. So after this, she says that they tied her hands together, and with her palms open, she felt that when something dripped onto her hands, which now she thinks is like wax from a candle. That's what it felt like. She could feel that there was people around them and that they were all following directions by someone with a really deep voice that she had not seen or heard before. She could hear when this person was saying things in Spanish, and then it would switch to a completely different language that she did not know. Then this person got close to her and her 2 other friends and asked them to repeat the words that he's about to say. He then starts saying all these words. She says that she doesn't even know what the words meant. It was in Spanish, it was a different language, but that they all did repeat after this person. The friend that was standing next to her out of nowhere started coughing coughing and that she started making some weird sounds that were just not normal. And then after that, it sounded like that girl was vomiting. She stopped repeating whatever the guy was saying and she just stopped altogether. And when she did that, she felt where two arms grabbed her from behind and told her not to move and not to say anything. Out of nowhere, they just let some kind of liquid on top of her go, and in the midst of that, she could still hear her friend next to her coughing and puking. She didn't know what was happening, so at that moment she actually got really scared because she thought, yeah, this is not a joke, this is serious. And she started screaming, stop, this is enough, this is it, stop, 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 leave me alone, I don't want to do this, stop. After that, people grabbed her, put her in a completely different room. Before they even took that thing off her head, they started cleaning her off because of that wet stuff that she had. And once they cleaned her off, they told her to go to the restroom and that she could shower and just stay there for a little bit. After she showered and everything, that's when they were like, you cannot leave this room until we're done. That's when she sees her friends again after 2 hours of waiting in that room. It looked like they were almost mad at her because they were like, you didn't finish the ritual, so you have to wait here for them. 2 years after this incident, her friend that was at that ritual passed away. Exactly 3 weeks after the ritual, she was diagnosed with cancer, and 2 years after that, she died from it. She explains how she remembered some of the words that they had her repeating, so she started investigating. She started looking up these words, and she also stopped hanging out with that friend altogether, the guy that took him to that rant. Again, she still had no idea what happened that day or what they were doing. However, she did go to a curandera, which is like a cleanser person. When she showed the words to the curandera, the lady told her that they were offering them to the devil. The lady tells her, they're lying to you, they tricked you to going there because they're gonna sacrifice you, not for you guys to join this like cult or anything. The lady basically told her that she just kind of saved herself for like stopping it midway, but she then asked her, was your friend invited to anything else afterwards? Were they like asked to join a group? And the girl's like, actually no, like they never talked to that guy again. The lady was like, yeah, because they were sacrificing them. She explains that nothing paranormal has happened to her ever since that time, but those two other friends that had joined and stayed throughout the whole ritual are no longer living. She almost wants to share this story as a warning, like even if you feel alone, you cannot trust everybody because not everybody has like the best intentions. Sometimes because of how lonely and desperate you are, people may take advantage of that. Honestly, I don't think I'd be put in that situation. The only way you would ever see me in a cult is if I was just being nosy. I just want to go in there and see what's going on, but like for me to have believe in everything they were doing, no. Also, I don't think I'm that nosy. No thank you. Like I am, but like not that much. Also, the fact that it wasn't even to join a cult, like they were dead ass sacrificing them just because they thought they would be the easy target. That's crazy, but what do you guys think?